Hey guys, here we are with part 3 of the character videos. I'm Mark Spurnock and this is Project Mortal. As you can see here, not the best looking thing on Earth, or in existence actually, but this is actually made of a symbiotic bond between parasite and whatever manner of host it seems to come in contact with. In its basic form, it is essentially an oil or a tar-like creature, like a very liquidized leech, would probably be the best way to say this. It's housed in, as you can see here, in its hand, it has like a spherical canister. That's what the symbiote or parasite usually comes in. Project Mortal was designed as a way to better combat lycanthropy or werewolves or lycanthropes. Did it work? To a degree, yes. However, like the werewolf, it shares a very similar weakness, flame. So, now flame does tend to kill a lot of things in existence or even non-existence. It does, however, have a serious weakness in terms of it has to either bond with its host perfectly, or it will start to decay and eat away at its organs, or at its host's organs, skin, bone marrow, so on and so on. It does essentially kill its host if it doesn't bond. Now, even if it doesn't bond, it can still stay connected to the host until it chooses a better host, or what I believe could be a more sustainable host. Its appearance is always the exact same for the lesser versions like Project Mortal, whereas it has no distinguishing facial features. Sunken eyes, no mouth except for when it feeds, then it's like tearing apart skin and it engulfs its victim in its entirety. And the acid in its stomach corrodes skin, bone, and even gold and metal and other minerals. It doesn't have any specific defensive attack. Its body can absorb a lot of well, actually most things. Bullet impacts tend to not really do much damage. It does tend to open up its torso to a degree as it feeds, and its heart, as it's shown here, its heart is in its hand. That's the physical representation. Its heart, its core, is actually in its abdomen. And as it eats, it kind of tears away part of its abdomen to open its jaw and to engulf its victim. This gives you the best opportunity to target its core. So when that happens, that's your best chance at it. However, with flame, you just engulf it with flame, coat it in it head to toe, and it'll burn away whatever's in there. It just gets destroyed by the flame. Now, there are later variations of this with the Project Viper and Chrome, and one I'm currently working on for the third book, but we're going to stick with this. Now, there are multiple classes of the Project Mortal. Multiple. This is your bog standard, bare basic one. There's also the Undertaker, the Mimic, the why did I write his name? Prononono. I probably should have rewritten that name, huh? And then there's the Juggernaut class. Now, the Undertaker it takes the form of the very large black man, kind of like very similar to a pallbearer. Tall guy, top hat, trench coat, all black. However, it maintains its hollowness features. It doesn't have any eye sockets, doesn't have anything. It just looks like a silhouette of a ghost or of a tall man who is all in black. We've all heard about stories like this. We've all heard about ghost stories that have a tall, slender man in black. That is the Undertaker variation of Project Mortal. The Mimic is quite that. It mimics whatever it comes in contact with. as it now, like the clue is in the name, Project Mortal. It hasn't solidified. It hasn't perfected the mimic tactic yet. So the mimic does look like the person, the item, the beast is mimicking, but it's kind of like a carbon copy. It does look like carbon fiber, so it does mimic it in stature, but not in complete appearance. Let's jump over to the Juggernaut, because the other one I can't pronounce, and frankly isn't that much different than the other ones. Juggernaut, clues in the name. Titan-sized, incredible strength, heightened defense, amazing thing to work with. Spoilers on all two books, so I'm not going to say much.